So, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the worst stories that I have. This is one of the worst scenes I have ever witnessed, and it was one of these moments where I did not know what to do. I just froze.
Birds, 5 birds, birds, 5 birds, birds, 5 birds, 5 birds and a mic. Yeah.
Hi, and welcome to episode 9 of 5 Birds and a Mic. And today is not a normal day. It's actually someone's special day today, isn't it? Isn't it someone's special day today, Danielle?
Yeah.
So should we do a little happy birthday?
Hi, Andrew, the producer here. The following rendition of Happy Birthday that you're about to hear is maybe distressing for some listeners, so please feel free to skip forward 30 seconds in your podcasting app. It really is truly awful.
To you. Happy birthday.
Why are we doing it so slowly? Happy birthday to Danielle.
Happy birthday to you.
Right, blow your candle out, Dan.
Ready?
Yay! Hip hip hooray!
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you, guys. I've never heard a slower rendition of Happy
That was
Birthday.
What was that?
that was really, I don't know. Why was that slow? Who was taking?
I was speeding it up and nobody was catching up with me.
Well, I was trying to speed up. That was all kinds of.
Happy
wrong.
birthday to you. Is it because I'm really, really old now? Do you have to say things really slowly and clearly?
Got to do the geriatric approach.
Or we could just ask Andrew to speed it up and go, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you.
Oh, thanks, guys. That was really nice.
So, 32 years young, bird.
Yeah, aye.
You're catching up.
Hence all the makeup.
You're catching up, darling.
You look
Treat yourself.
Thanks, babe.
You look gorgeous. So it is our Danielle's birthday today. And so we're celebrating in style with one candle and a podcast today. And it should be a good one. How has everyone's week been? Dan, how have you done? What are you doing today, my darling?
Do you know what? I'm not really doing much today. I've got a date with a steam cleaner.
Lovely.
Yeah, I think that's my ideal day, to be honest with you. Cleaning. But it's a bit rubbish weather today, so I'm a bit gutted about
It's gone a bit down, hasn't it? It might clear up this afternoon, though. It's just a bit...
Fingers crossed. It's a bit meh, isn't it? Absolutely. But, well, me and Lee used to do this. This is really sad. We used to put the sofas together in the living room and make like a bed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, and like a little den. A bit different now with the child, but he'll enjoy it as long as you put Minions on or something. But yeah, we used to like put the bed together in the living room and get all the snacks, all the drinks, and just like not move for a day. But I might do it. I don't want to ruin the living room, but yeah. That's what I used to do and just like binge watch.
Oh, I love that idea.
That's such a nice idea. Just embrace isolation by making a den and eating snacks.
Just den it. Absolutely. Well, to be fair, I've kind of done that every day, to be honest. But yeah, just the intensity of putting the sofas together, so it's really difficult to get out of it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh, that sounds fab. That sounds lovely. Emma, why do you look so beautiful today?
Well, it's Dan's birthday. So in honour of it, I've actually brushed my hair and dry shampooed it. And it's 8 days now not washed. So it's pretty deep, but I've managed to recover it.
It looks lighter today.
Yeah.
It looks blonder.
To be fair, it is really the sun's lightening it even more than it already was lightened.
Well, do you want to just stay
really dirty.
Just stay inside then, Emma, because whatever's happening is not good for me because I just feel horrendous next to you. So can you just stay inside and maybe build a den for yourself? Because this is not looking good for me. I don't like the idea of walking out to isolation. If people look this good after 3.5 weeks of isolation, I'm in trouble.
How are your lashes still on, mate? That's what I'm perplexed by.
Well, beautiful time, Kelly.
There we go.
Kelly is
Kelly
the
nails,
best
Kelly.
eyelash technician a girl can ask for, and they are nearly all still on. I don't even know how.
Gorilla Glue.
She's going to be screaming at that shout out,
there's
mate.
no
She's gonna love that.
mascara. There's no mascara on
Stop!
them.
Can you just stop it? Stop gloating at the beauty. Stop it. Turn her off, Andrew. Let's not see her again. George, how are you, my darling?
Yeah, I'm all right. My period's finished, finally. I say finally, it was a short one for me. It was only 5 days, so I'm living the high life. The bloat's gone down. I've stopped crying. So, yeah, although I treated myself to a little cry last night, because obviously we've been extended for another 3 weeks, so we had a little cry, but poured a bottle of wine and net that. I've just got to the point where it's like, when I go out for like my little daily shop, I'm buying shit for the sake of it. Just so I can go to the shop. Went out and bought an avocado yesterday. Don't even like avocado. But I didn't want to be judged for buying another Easter egg. So, but yeah, I'm starting to walk around the shops and like incessantly try and make eye contact with people. It's like, look at me. I just want to talk to people.
Give me a combo. Give me a combo.
It's like, ask me how I am. Just say hello. But yeah, so I went, trudging around the little Sainsbury's, thought I'd treat myself, bit of high-end food. And Deirdre was struggling with cereal box. So I was like, do you want me to get that down for you? What if you've got the corona? I was like,
the corona. Love it.
The corona. I was like, I haven't got the corona. I've been inside for nearly 6 weeks. I'm all right. I mean, I might have clap, but I'm fine. Like, do you want the cereals? Well, if you've got the corona and you touch my box and then give it to me, I could get the corona. I was like, fine, Deirdre, just starve. And I walked off. It wasn't the interaction I wanted, but I managed to speak to someone yesterday. So, they're lovely.
I love it.
A bit of therapy, because you've told someone you might have the clap now, although that would be chronic if you'd had that for 6 weeks without any treatment, G.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, to be fair, I've survived the thrush. So
yes.
The
thrush.
The corona ain't got anything on me. My body's been busy.
Well, I think I'm still in tune with you, though, G, because my period's just finished as well, although it's a long one, so I wonder if we're still trying to...
Mine's the same.
Are you the same?
Yeah,
I'm
exactly
same.
the same.
I'm 11
days.
11 days.
So we're all still...
But
we're all still trying.
I'm not due until
Happy
next
birthday,
week.
Dad.
But you've always been... But let's not see Emma, because she's just like against all normals. You always seem to sit right behind us, Em. Like, I'm just breezy easy. I'm on my own. I'm fine. And we're all like, rah, because we've had the period for 7 days trying to align with each other.
I think I came back from maternity leave and my body just went, we're staying out of that shit. We ain't getting involved. Let's just keep ourselves to ourselves, go home to our babies and not be in that whole crazy cycle.
Your body just went, this is crazy. Don't involve yourself. Don't talk to them, because it's intense. That first week, George always knows when I'm coming on, because she's like, don't talk to Emily. Don't talk to her. She's in a mood. There's just a bristle. It's almost like I develop bristles when I'm about 3 days due.
You have an aura.
Yeah.
As George says, you juju.
Juju goes off whack. I'm like a dog in the corner. I'm like, if I don't make eye contact with her, she can't see me. She won't kick me if she can't see me.
Or if I'm like a T-Rex, if you move, I don't see you.
T-Rex, yeah.
Anything. I get really angry. I just feel spiky. Like if anyone touches me,
You're a porcupine.
Yeah, horrible. I've not been that bad this time, though. I think it's almost because have I been bad? Have I?
There's been moments of unpleasantness.
I think that's the other problem. I don't realise how bad I am. I have no. Oh, actually, no. I have thought about. Actually, I have noticed when Tim's like, "Do you want a smaller knife, Emily?" No, I want a nice big one to chop a tiny little onion. Thank you, because that makes me feel better. How are you, Meggie?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Again, it's just same old, isn't it? And the fact that they've just said another 3 weeks, me and Brad actually sat last night and was like, we need to make some form of routine, because it's just getting to a point where I hadn't looked at the clock in days. I don't care what time it is. I just do it when it feels right. So if I feel hungry, I'll eat. And if it feels right to wake up out of bed, I'll get up out of bed.
What time? Are you doing normal? Are you waking up at normal times, or have you got random sleeps?
No, I got out of bed at 20. I woke up at 10.
Wow.
And I got out of bed at about 20 past 10.
That's a
I've
dream.
been going to bed at like 1:30. Just completely
literally
messed
on
up.
Well, I was about
mate,
this.
aren't you?
Do you know the
You're
awful
holiday
thing,
mode.
Meg, is you're a bit meh. For me, what you've just described is freaking ideal.
It's the dream. You are living my dream.
Are living my dream, and you're like, I'm really bored.
My God.
I'm really bored. I'm a bit like, okay, can we swap? Can we swap? It's like everyone that's furlough and Dad messaged me going, is there anything I can do? And it's like, babe, I'd really. Yeah, I'd like Meg's job. I'd just like Meg's for a day, please. Can I be bored, please?
I know.
Can I be bored?
Spend a day with Bradley, and then you might change your mind.
Not for 1 minute that I'm belittling you, G, in terms of your situation. It's that thing where when they said 3 weeks, I wasn't excited, but I thought maybe I might get a chance of actually having a day where I don't have to do anything. That would be really nice. I am actually wanting to do it where I have a day off. I'd like to do that.
Just plan a day off, whether it's like Sunday or something, as if you've got something to look forward to.
Or the weekend.
Yeah, and do not do anything. Don't turn the laptop on. Just wake up and have a day off.
But then my reality is I don't do that full stop anyway. So it's weird. I almost feel easier if I do just turn it on and just answer a couple of things, then it's done, rather than have it build up. And then when I check and it's building, then my spikes come out.
Like a blowfish.
Yeah. Oh. Can I just ask this? Poof, comes out again. I'm getting married in 2024 and I really want to know what stars you got. Can you send me a catalogue? Poof.
It's just red mist.
Yeah.
Like a fog.
Yeah. Although that sounds ridiculous. It's nice that we've still got a business to talk about and plan. So it's all those things, isn't it? It's like anything. You got curly hair, you want straight hair. You want straight hair, you want curly hair. It's grass is always greener, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Because we're
but
women.
we're good. Yeah.
Never happy.
Well, I wouldn't say we're never happy. I'd say that generally life is just a little bit disappointing. I'm quite happy. It's life that disappoints me. I'm all right. I think I'm quite normal. It's everything else that's around me. Everything else. The world needs to get a grip because it needs to follow me. That's what I think is the problem. There's nothing wrong with me. Yeah, okay, maybe there's my problem.
It's like when you used to look at the time and you were like, how is it 2 o'clock? What do you mean, how is it 2 o'clock? It's 2. You have to live by the time. You don't tell the time what time it is.
I do that now. How?
Is it 2?
Why are you 2? Why are you 2? Yeah, I still do that now.
Brilliant.
Oh, anyway, shall we go into our topic today? It's a nice intellectual one again.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And for anyone that obviously now you've probably worked out that we don't record these on the day that we send them out, we are about a week behind. So I'm sorry if we're talking about things that you've dealt with and cried about for a few days. You're listening to us just hearing news. So we're about a week behind when you listen to us. So that's why you probably thought, well, hang on a minute, girls, you're behind a few days on the reports. It's not because we watch the news 7 days behind. It's because we record a little bit earlier than you listen. So our topic today is another deep and meaningful. It's going to be Snog, Marry, Avoid. I'm quite excited about this one.
Yeah, I am.
That sounds so sad, doesn't it? But I love the fact that, Emma, you had to message last night to say, is it real life people or is it going to be celebrities?
Well, I thought I can't talk about real people. Like, if Rob listens to this, he'd be like, oh, is it? Is it? I was like, whereas, like, celebrities, it's still on the line for a married woman to say, but mine, like, one of mine especially, he actually agrees with himself. So I was like, oh, okay, that's good.
You're all
Yeah.
right.
I'm all right.
I do love the fact that we made you tell us your real life ones. We were like, oh, yes, that's a good one.
You all agreed. But no one can ever know.
No one's allowed to know those ones. No one's ever allowed to know those. So we're all right. Right, go on then, G. Let's have yours. Snog, marry, avoid.
I'd probably snog Zac Efron.
Oh, fit.
Nice.
Just because it's Zac in it, he's got them eyes, he's a bit
Straight
cheeky.
out of Baywatch.
Oh yeah, Baywatch edition.
my
Zac.
No.
It's not
He's
yours,
honestly-
Greg. You don't have to disagree with me. Yeah, but I don't want anything long term because I just don't feel like I could nail him down. And then what is it? Snog, marry.
George, can you imagine you're out on a night out, Zac Efron's there, and Meg goes, no, George, you can't snog him. No, that's not right. Can you imagine?
She would.
She'd just spin him round on the dance floor, give him a snog and then spin him back.
He's just too muscly in Baywatch. I just like him when he's got a bit more beef on him, where he's a little bit toned down.
Maggie.
Then he's right.
I'll tell you this for free, Megan Cloughy. I'll tell you this for free. This whole lockdown is changing what men are like. We've got stories galore for when we get past this. I'm laid up, mate. I've got about 6 weeks with the D to get on after we get out of this. They've come out of nowhere. Got an extension. They're all getting booked in now. Now they want to know when I'm free. Anyway, back to the task in hand.
That's another episode.
That's a whole other episode. Marry would be Ben Stiller because I've got this weird fancying for him, and no one else seems to really appreciate the gorgeousness of that man. And he is quite funny, but he's also a very talented actor. So I feel like I could marry him and let him like go to the supermarket on his own, and I wouldn't have to worry. I wouldn't feel threatened. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's about 2 foot tall.
I know. I love him. I know. It'd be lovely.
That's why you
And
don't need
he's
to
got nice
worry.
big ears.
He's massive
Is
ears.
he the
Grab
guy
onto
from
him.
Meet the Fockers.
Blue Steel?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't fancy him, but he is funny, isn't he?
Well, that would be funny to watch. You trying to snog Ben Stiller, Emma.
He's
to be
so
fair,
small.
well, you don't need
Get
to.
him on your knee.
You wouldn't need to worry about him because you could put him in your pocket, George, when you take him shopping, because no one would see him. Go on then, George. That's a nice one. I like that one.
Yeah.
And then avoid. I don't really have an avoid. I'm just thankful. There's no one that I'm just grateful for the attention at this point in my life. I don't want to say no to anyone because they could be the one. So I don't really have anyone that. Maybe I'd avoid Dynamo, and he'd probably disappear anywhere. He'd probably he'd do a trick and he'd disappear anyway, but I can't be doing with his starey eyes shit.
Well, I was about to say, any musician for you or a magician, Darren Brown, that wouldn't be one either, would it?
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll say Dynamo because he's an ugly bastard as well. So it's just...
Yeah.
Apologies to Dynamo or anyone that fancies Dynamo, but hey,
Poor Dynamo. Bless.
so these
sorry
are
if you're listening, babe.
because obviously he is. Obviously, we'll tag him now. Dynamo's an ugly bastard. Hashtag avoid. So you've got some dates wrapped up then, have you, G?
Yeah, we've got one. We've got they're very locational actually at the minute. So we've got one that's round the corner that's now putting a lot of effort in. We've got one from Leeds who I dated 4 or 5 years ago, and we didn't work out because he had like 3 jobs, was super busy, was trying out for different teams and stuff. He is now ploughing in effort, like George kind of effort.
Oh, nice.
So he's like ringer number 1. Then we've got Leeds number 2, who we've had dalliances with in the past. And we know he's a fuckboy. We know the situation.
Every girl likes him, though.
Given the situation and how rampant I see myself being when this gets lifted, he's going to have a use.
Okay, so that we could put these in Snog, Marry, Avoid then, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so fuckboy is the avoid, but obviously fucking Chuck.
Yeah, so he'd be a fucking Chuck. Round the corner is Snog, and we'd go in with a Marry.
Yeah, for the Leeds guy.
For the long-term Leeds, yeah.
For the long time.
Yes.
Right.
That's a long commute to work there, Georgina. Just letting you know.
Well,
Send us pictures of the 3 of them as well, so we can rate them.
And I'll tell you how well long-term guy's going. He's looking he was looking at purchasing a property before we all went into this chaos. So he's still obviously looking, but not to buy at the moment because of the markets and stuff. So he was showing me what he was looking for, and I was like, oh, I'll help you. I've got nothing else to do. And he was like, yeah, well, don't forget to look in and around Sheffield. And I was like, well, that's a long commute. And he was like, I could just change sites. I'll just do a transfer to the Sheffield site.
Lovely.
I was like that, where I've got a wedding dress in the house. I'm ready for this occasion.
You only need 2. You can still get married. You only need 2 people. It's fine. You can.
I've got my neighbours. I'll get my neighbours. I'll get someone on webcam. I'm ready.
Like a podcast wedding. We've got Meggie with the Casio. Dum dum dum.
Yeah.
We can do it. We might, even as a bit of a joke, just to test how much you like this fella, we could get Rob to do the sermon semi-naked, obviously, because it's PG. So just naked top up. And then if you still say yes without being distracted by Rob's torso, his beautiful torso, it's meant to be. It's meant to be.
Oh dear! I'll even get him not to clean shave for it, and leave a bit
keep
of
him dirty.
bit of a
Can you
beard
get him to do
in.
some gardening? So so he's a bit soiled.
Yeah, a bit of mud on his dry, manly hands.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
George is not ready for this marriage yet. You can tell George is not ready for this marriage. Go and have a shower, G. Calm yourself down. So is this guy around the corner? Is this the one when I was talking to you and you said, "Hang on a minute, I've been talking to him," and he rode past?
No, that was PCO Bumble, and he's kind of dropped off. I'm presuming he's on shift, unless he's doing like a bit of a blue light 4 on 4 off. Because today would be day 4 that I've not heard from him.
But you're easy breezy. You're not really that interested because you don't know anything about the shifts. You've not MI5'd him at all, obviously.
Can't find him on social media. He's driving me insane.
Oh,
no. It's
I don't know if that's a good...
Google Maps, MG.
I'm trying anything at the minute. I see a police car and I'm like, if I'm in the car, I'm like, oh, I'll just do 36. Is it you? Come on, pull me over. Come on.
Oh, God. Right, so your Snog, Marry, Avoid is Snog Zac Efron, even though Meg says it's the wrong era of Zac Efron.
Yeah.
Marry Ben Stiller.
Yeah,
but
that's a good one.
Didn't he do the wedding? Didn't he do the wedding singer?
No, that was...
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler. Oh, my God.
He's not.
And then Avoid...
Dynamo.
Yeah.
Dynamo.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Emma, what's yours then, babe?
Right, so I'd Snog Anthony Joshua.
Oh, my friend knows him. I'll look you
What?
up.
Stop. Everybody stop. What?
So my friend works for GB Boxing, and she works with him, like, hand in hand.
How do we
Just casually works with Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
Well, she can tell him from me, I'd Snog him.
Fair play.
I wouldn't because I'm married, but if I could,
you would
Snog
in a hypothetical situation
out of a marriage. Yeah, it'd be Anthony Joshua.
She says he's really nice.
I don't care.
As well. Like he's a nice guy.
He's a beautiful human being.
Across. Yeah. That's, and I think Rob would want that.
I agree. If you're gonna get cheated on, if you're gonna cheat on somebody with somebody, it's gonna be a nice guy, right?
might as well be heavyweight champion of the world, eh? It's worked.
That's what I'm thinking. He might be impressed by it.
Well, I have actually seen him, and I've almost smelt his aura as he's walked past at the EIS, the institute where he trains, and the presence of that man. I don't care if I am married, dead, or alive. I would rub myself up and down that human being.
Okay.
He's lovely. There's something about the strength of that man, not the power of the boxing, but more his aura is just.
Yeah. And he's just
I don't know.
beautiful.
Yeah, he's a nice. Okay, so he's Snog. Snog, that's a good Snog.
Anthony Joshua. So Mary, I wasn't sure if they could be dead or alive, but
depends what you go for, babe.
This is the only person that I would marry other than obviously Rob, and it is Patrick Swayze.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Back in the Dirty Dancing days.
Yes.
I'd travel back in time
Cute.
and I would marry that man in a heartbeat.
Big part.
He is just perfection.
Absolutely.
Johnny in actual Dirty Dancing, Johnny or Patrick Swayze?
No, Patrick Swayze. I love him in. Is it Roadhouse? He's in as well.
Roadhouse.
Ghost.
Beautiful.
He's just, and he was married to his wife for was it 60 years or something before he passed away? So he's a good husband. And when I asked Rob, I was speaking to him last night, it's Snog, marry, avoid, and I was like, and my marry, I think I'm going to say Patrick Swayze, and he said, oh God, I'd marry him myself. So I was like, yeah, we're all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sways. R.I.P. the Sways, you beautiful man.
For some reason, every time somebody says Patrick Swayze, my first instinct, my brain goes, Patrick Stewart.
Yes, it does. Who's that?
Oh, that's not right. No, Star Trek guy. The
Ball
really
dead.
funny guy.
Ball dead.
Yeah, ball dead. I know. That's what my brain does. And I was
Mine
no,
did that.
Emma's not said that. No, Swayze. I'm there.
I did the
Maybe I should
same.
have said the Sways.
No, Patrick Swayze. I don't think of Star Trek. I think of X-Men with him on a wheelchair with his head ball.
Oh.
You're ruining my marry, girl.
Sorry.
You are ruining my marry.
And who's your avoid?
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Tiny man.
Oh, what an awful guy.
Teeny tiny man. Scientology, all that shit. Yeah, Tom Cruise, he would be avoided in a heartbeat. If he was next to me, I would just walk past him.
Do you know what it is with Tom Cruise? When you say Tom Cruise, I imagine the little guy out of the Lego movie. You say Tom Cruise and I just see the Lego man and everything is awesome! I don't know why they've connected in my head, but to me they're the same person.
He's a teeny tiny man. Could you imagine me next to Tom? Could you imagine me laying in bed next to Tom Cruise trying to 69?
Oh, wouldn't happen, mate.
How would I do
Trying
it?
to 69?
No, actually,
How
probably.
could I
I'd
be
probably
69
work.
with Tom Cruise?
You wouldn't. Tom Cruise wears bigger heels than you, love.
And
he wears bigger heels.
Either way, it doesn't matter which way it is. He's scratching your calves and he's buried in your chest. That's basically what's happening.
Yeah,
There
it just wouldn't work. So I'd just
wouldn't be
have
any
to avoid
kissing.
him. I couldn't snog him, could I? And I couldn't marry him because he'd come to my belly button.
Yeah.
So it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. Could you imagine? So yeah, that's my snog, marry, avoid.
And all the Scientology stuff. I would love to see you have a reaction to Tom Cruise if he started telling you about stuff like that.
Oh gosh, no. It just won't work, would he?
No.
Just won't work. So yeah.
No.
That's
Go on
mine.
then, Dan, what's yours?
My snog, I keep going flipping between who I would snog and who I'd marry. So I think I'm going to go, I'm going to go snog Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He
What
was
a
nearly on
specimen.
mine.
What a
Funny man.
Oh, funny guy. I
Fit.
love a funny guy, but he's fit, and he looks great in a suit. You've got to look good in a suit. Oh, what a decent human being. Even in Deadpool, when he had all the,
I know.
it still would, wouldn't you?
Still
Do you know what I mean?
Weird,
What,
isn't it?
With the child with his little feet.
Oh my God, yeah, with his little sport hand, his little baby hand. Brilliant. my marry would be Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Again, I love a funny guy.
Yeah.
He'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be scared to eat a pizza with you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's why I didn't go Ryan Reynolds, because I feel like he wouldn't want to eat any carbs. And when would I have my bed sofa days?
Yeah.
You just wouldn't, would you?
Yeah.
You know? My avoid is Tony Robinson.
No.
Who is that?
I don't know who that is.
Time team. Time team.
The guy from Time Team. Now, if I see his face, I like shrivel up into a little cocktail sausage. That's all I can see myself as being, because his face, it revolts me. His voice. Oh, I don't know what it is about him. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, you can't pinpoint it. I'm sure he's a really nice guy.
I'm
sure
gonna
he's
have to
lovely.
Google him.
Sorry, Tony.
I would.
Honestly, mate, it for some reason it just puts me.
Yeah, it gives you
one of
the
them people that are just like,
creeps.
just creeps me out. Yeah, just like ick, like.
That's a random one, that.
It's really random. I
I'm
get it.
picturing
I'm a random
Voldemort,
person.
you know, when he's just been born again. Is he like, does he look
that's
like
me.
that?
No.
Well, I kind of look like that when I see him.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
It's just a little mongy guy, just a little bit mongy. I bet he smells like really like soggy, earthy peat because he's been digging that much. Do you know what I mean? Like he's wet.
Oh, it smells like soil.
Tony. Poor baby.
Okay, that's
not for
brilliant.
me.
You're gonna have to.
But I know that's really random, but I am quite random like
I
that,
did
though.
wonder
Like,
what
I
yours
don't
were
really
going to
like
be, Dan. I
birds.
did think,
Yeah, I'm a bit
what is
weird.
Dan's going to be?
I don't like people on stilts. I just don't like weird stuff. And Tony Robinson is a part of that category. That's all I can say.
Sorry, Tony. Dynamo and
Sorry,
Tone.
mate. Dynamo Tony.
And Tom Cruise.
And don't forget Tom,
Cruise.
Tiny Tom.
And
Tiny Tom.
Tiny Tom Cruise.
God, I bet there's some researchers on the Scientology that probably have flagged this and are listening to it, going, "Oh, well, they need investigating because she's one."
I'll just say I'm 5'10". It's never going to work.
Well, that didn't stop Kate Holmes.
Or what's her face? Nicole
Poor
Kidman.
Katie
Yeah.
Holmes.
Yeah.
I bet he
That's
spent
true.
his life on a box or in Cuban heels.
He's got hidden insteps, isn't he?
Like them wedges
Hidden
that they used to get
platforms.
in boots and trainers, the hidden
Yeah.
wedge.
One of a bride a few years ago made one of made her groom wear them so that she could wear heels. Yeah. It was so good because she was just marginally too tall for him in normal, so she made him wear them so that for pictures and stuff.
Put a door stopper in his suit shoes.
Yeah.
I've done it with Rob, so I know.
I really struggled with my my ones because when I started thinking maybe this is just something, maybe I'm a bit wrong, that I started coming out with so many different things. So I could have gone all day long with all of my options. And based on the last conversation we had about Channing Tatum, he doesn't make it. So my random ones are, I would snog Michael J. Fox in Teen Wolf.
Okay.
My beautiful man. I forgot about Michael J. Fox.
He would and he'd either be the
bless
wolf
him.
or himself. I
Is
wouldn't
he
care.
the guy from Back to the Future?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Love him. Love him in
Bless
all his
him.
films. Love him. Absolutely adore him. I was close to marrying him, but we know what happens with him and also his size. So I would only be able to snog him because there wouldn't be anything. There's no future. So we're done. So I'd snog his face off, but I'd probably do a lot of snogging. But only as Teen Wolf or Marty McFly. Anyway.
Okay. You'd have the DeLorean,
I'd have everything.
though, wouldn't you?
I'd have everything.
Positive.
I'd go backwards and forwards, wouldn't I? I'd find out what happens. And then I'd find out. I'd be like, Michael, no, it's not going to go any further. I'm sorry, babe. I'm not that caring. I'm not that caring. I'm not. I'm not cracked out for that. I'm not.
No.
And moving on.
Bless.
I'd marry. This is awful. I was close to marrying Ryan Reynolds, obviously, because I could choose. But the problem is, he's too good looking, and he's got too much of a persona that actually, very much like George, I don't want to be worried about him when he goes out shopping. So I've chosen Russell Howard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Yes. What a great pick.
Because he's just got a good outlook. So even when I'm in the depths of my bad, spiky pufferfish mood, I still feel like he'd be able to make a joke out of something.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I want to kill you, but you're funny. So it's okay.
Yeah. And it's dry enough that you might not know he's made a joke. So you're still angry. And then a few minutes later, you've calmed down and you're like, right, that's funny.
And I just like his outlook. I think he's got a good attitude.
He's a decent guy. Yeah.
We've just been completely distracted because I've got Iron Man that's just arrived in here. Anyone? I'm sorry that
I'll take Iron Man, actually.
Hi, Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
We'll take Iron.
Hi, baby.
So, Elizabeth, we're just filming a podcast right now. So do you want to leave, baby girl? Good girl. Thank you, baby. And then as she leaves, I'll tell you who I want to fuck it and chuck it. So my snog, weirdly...
You've had your snog.
Oh, sorry. No, the avoid. The avoid.
Yeah.
The avoid would be like rappers and DJs. So, but I couldn't think of one that was
like
50 Cent or
like that sort of like mainstream rapper.
Yeah.
Eminem.
No, not Eminem. Not Eminem.
Why?
No, or like Idris Elba.
Okay.
They are Idris Elba. I'd avoid. Because
why?
Because it's one of those things where I'm that obsessed. I could get that obsessive. It's dangerous.
Yeah. So your life would be.
So I'd have to avoid
all over it.
Because you how could you someone like Idris or Anthony Joshua? There is no way on earth I could ever look at even going down that path, because I would forever be like, where you been? Why are you wearing those trainers? I would get obsessed because they're that beautiful. Every single human person in the world would want to be with him. That there's just my brain would be frazzled. It would break. My brain would break. You know what I'm like about things. I get obsessed anyway. Put that with a man like that, ruined, destroyed. There's no point in me living.
You've got psychologists to this, Anna. You've just gone for the people that make us
you
feel
did.
funny.
People that made you shrivel up to a sausage. I went deep. Ooh. I went deep on mine. But my snogs, there'd be loads of snogs, but it'd have to be Michael J. Fox. I'd snog Anthony Joshua, but Michael J. Fox in Teen Wolf, I'd go in that cupboard with him, and I would want to come out with more than scratches. I'm just saying.
That's like me and Johnny.
Oh,
Me and Johnny in that hut dancing with the vinyl on.
Yeah, it's weird,
beautiful,
isn't it?
Man.
What about you though?
So snog would be does anybody watch the Marvel films? So you know Avengers Endgame. So you know Hulk, but in Endgame. Whereas, like, he's not himself, but he's not quite the Hulk. He's that in between. Basically, him as the Hulk. I'd snog him. I just think it'd be a bit crazy, wouldn't it?
So non-green Hulk.
Is it just a little bit green?
Green Hulk.
He's
a bit green. He's
steroided up.
He's
half
He's
anabolic.
not going to kill me, but he can chuck me about a bit.
And he's green. The green version.
That's a nice one.
But he's green.
I think that'd be interesting. So he'd be my snog. Marry, I would. There's quite a few, but I think it'd have to be. I've settled on Gino D'Acampo because he can cook.
Yeah.
He's funny.
Yeah.
He's very sexy. There's something about him that makes me think he'd be very good in bed.
He's Italian,
so I think he'd keep me very satisfied for my whole life, and I'd be quite happy with that.
passionate. He's passionate.
And his middle
Passionate.
name's Sheffield.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just meant to be.
Exactly.
He's what, sorry?
His middle name is Sheffield.
He changed it, didn't he? Keith Lemon. Is it Keith Lemon? He
Yeah,
changed
because
it,
he always
changed
said
his
that
middle
he
name
puts the
to
accent
Keisha.
on and he's
He
actually
says he's
from Sheffield.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
So I feel like that it's meant to be with him. So yeah, that'd be that. Avoid. Do you know what? I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get attacked right now. I'm going to go and say Anthony Joshua because I do not understand this obsession. Don't find him attractive. I don't understand what it is that people like about him.
And that's the end of the podcast. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening. Excuse. There are so many things I wish I asked you during the interview because that has just ruined me.
Oh my!
don't
Well,
get it.
don't worry
I
because I'll be
can't
snogging
understand
him. I'll keep him busy.
That's fine. You can have
Whilst I rub him up and down his leg like a horny little dog. He'll be trying to kick me off as he's snogging you.
Oh, Megan! Why? What's wrong with you?
I can't see this attraction. I don't understand it.
So do you shrivel up like a sausage like Dan does when she looks at Time Team?
I don't shrivel. I just look and I'm like,
Meh.
Oh my
just don't see it.
goodness!
I don't see it.
Oh. Well, that's a shocker at the end of that. I'm not sure
We just
I
dropped then.
I can't pull myself out of that. Oh, do you know who me and Mary was going to be quite close to though, which is a bit weird. This is a very weird one. Barack Obama.
Oh.
Powerful.
Strong. Powerful guy. Absolutely. You know,
Yeah.
he knows his stuff.
Or is that just because
That's not
you
a
want
bad
to be
shout,
nosy
actually.
again?
Yeah, I think it might be.
You just want asking questions.
Maybe, but then I'm nosy though, aren't I? I want to know stuff. I like knowing
Knowledge is
stuff.
power.
You just want to funny about in Oval
Funny
Office,
about
don't
in
you?
Oval
You want
Office.
a desk. Funny about in there. See what's
George-
going on. See what's in
George's
drawers.
term for funny about an Oval Office is very different to what you've just described. Clap, 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 clap from George. I don't know. I'd want to know bunkers. I want to go underneath. I want to go underground. I love stuff like that. I'd love a house where you had like secret little doors and things.
Yeah.
Would you? I'd just love a big house where you could make little secret places and secret dens and.
You don't
not
need
watched
any
Most
more little
Haunted?
pots or drawers or anything
No.
like that to fill.
No.
Yeah.
'Cause
You
just
are
fill it with
really good at
shit.
filling stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Trinkets. That's her middle name. Emily.
What's
I've
this
got
a
a
room
shit.
of?
That's what it should be
Tupperware.
called.
What's this a room of? Protein shake drink holders. Oh, right, okay. What's this little cupboard for? Pepsi Max. What's this a room for? Sanitary pads. Like you just hoard stuff everywhere.
I've got just in cases everything. I've got shit drawers in every single room. There's a problem. I have got a problem.
Yeah, you have.
One day I might calm myself down. Although my gran was like it, I do remember going into her house and there were piles of newspapers.
Don't
Yeah.
end up
wow.
there. Don't do that.
Don't
But
go
I think
that
it's too
level.
late. I think you're too far gone.
It doesn't scare me though. That's the thing. It actually doesn't scare me. It drives my husband insane. Tim hates it, but I just cannot. I just pile up things rather than getting rid. I pile up, and then I do get to a point where I strip it. Maggie's bored again of yonder.
Yeah.
You turned into a Finding Dory, the Dory fish, where you just went a bit ooh, trying to hold. It's worse, you know, when you have that moment when it's warm in a room with the brides, going back to brides. Does anyone know that we have a bridal shop? When we have when you have that moment when you've gone warm, not that anyone's boring you, but more, and you can't do a yawn in front of someone.
Yeah.
You've got to.
Yeah.
You're-
Oh,
You
yeah.
just got to close the mouth and kind
Yeah.
of do a bit of a...
Pierce your lips, Job.
Let it come
It's
through.
hard. The coughing's the worst. The amount of coughing fits that you end up having because you tell yourself to stop coughing.
Yes.
And that makes you cough. So then you're next to a bride and you're there going...
Especially in these times.
Oh, and then the coronavirus came round and it made it even harder.
Corona time.
I do remember before, pre-corona, pre-CV, when you had a coughing fit, you came out, it was through the week, so it was just me and George, I think, and you came out and we could hear you coughing, and George and I were having a conversation, and then we heard you coughing and we'd stop talking, and then it would be like... for ages, and then George went, she's going to have to come out in a minute, so George got you a drink ready to go and a sweet.
Yeah.
You came running out of your appointment.
There were tears coming down. Honestly.
She couldn't drink. She couldn't eat anything. The bride was almost like awkward talking because because obviously all they heard was
It's awful.
But then you started retching. So George went, this was about 5 minutes in, the poor bride. George went in and she went, I'm so sorry, she's dying. And carried on. You calmed yourself down. And obviously George had realised stopped. George walked back in and went, I've sold it, babe, it's fine. And then Maggie just went back in. Oh.
Teamwork.
The coughing fits are the worst.
Yeah.
The amount of
You go through bouts of it, mate, though. So that you'd already suffered quite a bit that week. So by the time that this one kicked off, I was like, oh, she's going to want a boiled sweet. You need a bottle of water. Like, it was just, I didn't even stop talking to her. It was like, I'm just going to hold it out and you can sort yourself out at this point.
It was just that she just kept running through. Like,
You
it was
think
like,
I was going to be sick, but it wasn't.
Yes.
I'd held it in. I'd got to a point where I'd held my breath. And I was literally to the bride like...
But she was out. She was just like...
the problems like you do. It's ridiculous.
It is very odd. Maggie's very odd because she's a bit like... trying to breathe at the same time as the coughing, and whereas I just if I go full pelt wretch. I've gone deep, so I almost have to. I just apologise to the bride. I'm gone. I'm going to be gone for a couple of minutes because this is coming, and then it's that awful moment when you go back into the room and it's they want to know if you're all right, and you're trying to get it back to them, and you're a bit tears have streamed down the face. Okay, so this is awkward, and I'm fine.
And then you've got to convince them that you're not ill. You've got to convince them that you're not ill, that you just... a tickle. It's just a tickle in my throat. It's just a tickle.
I've got
you know, when
hay
you swallow
fever.
funny, it's a tickle. Horrendous.
There was a time when it was just Em and I, and Em was pregnant, so this was BB before Bella.
Oh my God. I know which one you're doing.
This is...
Oh no.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the worst stories that I have. This is one of the worst scenes I have ever witnessed, and it was one of these moments where I did not know what to do. I just froze.
You just come back as well, hadn't you, to working with us?
Yeah, just come back to working. So Emma was in control. She was in the back room. If anyone's been into our shop before, this is what we call the pink room with the door shut. Anyway, Emma had come out and said, "My bride's not well. I think I need a chair." And I was like, okay, so I went and got a chair, and about 5 minutes later, the door banged open. There was a lot of shuffling, and then there was for about 15 minutes. A lot.
Oh, yeah, a long time.
A long time.
A lot of sick.
And not much of it made the toilet.
It was from the top of the tiles in the bathroom to the bottom, and our bathroom's fully tiled, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank the Lord.
And chunks were in every bit of that pipe work.
I couldn't look. I didn't know what I stood there. I just backed away. I didn't know what to do. And Emma just looked at me and she just went, "I'll deal with it." It was one of those moments when answers left me, and the situation was so surreal that I just sort of
Just to clarify, it was a bride.
It was a bride that was ill.
Oh yeah, and she was in a dress while vomiting.
She was in a dress while doing it.
full on bridesmaids moment.
Yeah.
Seriously, she was
Yeah.
absolutely mortified, bless her, and she was lovely. But yeah, it was
So nice.
horrific.
It was bad. It was really
so
bad.
And then, oh gosh, the cleaning up was just...
I don't know how you did it, Emma. Because I was like, I'll do it. And you were like, no. Because I don't know if it was you saw my face or something. I just thought, I just looked at it.
You were mortified. You were mortified. Oh dear, honestly.
And I'm not a hoarder on stuff like that, so I knew that had to go, but I just did not know where to start. And Emma she got the gloves on, she was like, I'll deal with it. And I think that was a 2 o'clock appointment. I think that was a 2 o'clock, and I was literally like, how is it 2 o'clock? I've got to go. I can't leave chunks on a tile.
Oh dear.
And Emma saved the day.
With my cleaning.
Oh, blimey. Yeah. Oh, gosh. And on that note...
Oh, it's lunchtime.
Speaking of sick, it's now lunchtime.
Yummy. So, Dan, I hope you have a lovely day today.
Enjoy your day.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Cheers.
Sending virtual hugs and kisses.
So anyone's
Not from
listening.
Tony Robinson.
No. Oh, should we do a time team?
Oh God, no, don't. Oh God.
So if anyone's listening, this was obviously last week that this was Dan's birthday. So she's been 32 for a week now. So she'll probably still appreciate a happy birthday.
Yeah.
I will.
So
Absolutely.
I hope everyone stays safe, and we'll look forward to we won't be speaking to you, I guess virtually speaking to you in episode 10. But I hope you enjoyed episode 9, and stay safe, everybody, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye. Bye.